Okay, so I'm coming back really quick just to explain my situation. Okay, so as I may have said in that video that I'm going to upload, I made a video. I set my camera up and everything. I began to talk about misery and how misery loves company in that video. And I was reflecting off a Facebook post that I made on February the 11th. And I know people wanted to see that video. And pretty much what I had started to do was an introduction to just show you the snippet I had already had on my phone, because I was going to find a way to make sure that message got out there. But then I was led into a different direction. And just as I was led into a different direction, that portion of the video is completely wiped from my camera. My camera was recording because I have a mirror right behind my camera where it shows. But once I begin to close my eyes, I don't know how or when, but it stopped recording. My battery on my camera died. And it's ironic how my battery on my camera died, because when I first started, I hooked up my camera, my battery was fine. Because if it wasn't, I would have waited. I would have held off. It's still early in the day. I would have held off before I actually, begin to create that video. But I had enough juice to make this video. And my camera doesn't work on 10-minute segments, but one of the videos stopped right at 10 minutes. My camera doesn't do that. My camera can, I can play longer videos, and I've done it before in the past. So they're just interesting how things happen. And the thing is, I don't take this as defeat. I take this as a push. Okay? Because I got all that talking I did in that video, wherever that video is, because it's gone. There was some point where some trigger hit, where it was something that was really in there for somebody. And I took that, I took my phone, and I made it happen. Let's go. Like, it's March now. It's 2019, it's a new year, it's March. But let's continue, start from this day forward, that we don't make excuses for ourselves in this year. Because, like I said, I don't wait till the new year to make a change. You can make a change in the next minute, the next second, the next hour, the next day. But make that change right now, to stop making excuses for yourself. Stop seeking perfection in areas that God is supposed to sculpt, not you. Alright, guys, so I just went and made a YouTube video on my camera, and my camera died. My camera was recording, but I don't know how. But that video deleted, and I had a message in there for somebody. And it's funny how sometimes you get into situations like me. It's funny how things are starting to get harder and tougher. The messages that I have are starting to be to a point where I can't get them out when they need to be heard. So what I did was I began to talk about how misery loves company. I'm going to use my phone. My camera died. That video is gone, but that spirit is still within me. So I'm going to just flow off of this right here. So I ended my video with pretty much just, summing up everything I talked about, and then just something came over me. I started to say I wanted everybody to close my eyes. So I'm going to begin where I ended. And it's going to flow right from there, because I'm a believer and I know that what I said and the message that's really supposed to be heard is going to be right here in this video right now. No distractions, no interruption. If I am interrupted, I will continue to push, because I know that this is something that somebody needs to hear. So I'm going to make this very clear. Close your eyes with me, and let's begin to reflect on things that we are. Let's talk about what we are. Say, I am worthy. I am enough. Right up in there, I am worthy. I am enough. I have been called to this. Hey, we need to learn to forgive ourselves, because sometimes when we are called to something, we don't think that we are enough because of our past. Because we suppress that past. We suppress that past, and we feel guilty. We are disappointed. And when blessings come and when God has made room for us, we don't walk into that room. We don't open the door that's already open. We block it out because we haven't forgiven ourselves. And we're not ready to walk into it, but we need to learn to forgive ourselves. Somebody needs to forgive themselves. Somebody needs to understand that, say that I am enough. I am more than enough. Somebody has gifts and somebody has talents that they're not using, gifts and talents that they're suppressing because they're so busy looking at what everybody else is doing. They're looking at everybody else writing. They're looking at everybody else singing, dancing, playing instruments, but because of how they see the rest of the world, they think, well, their talent is minuscule. They think that what they have isn't enough. Just know that your talent is enough. Know that your humility will take you a long way. This is for somebody. Walk in your calling. My video deleted, but this is just enough. This is what God wanted to be heard. I don't know how it happened. It doesn't matter how it happened, but remove yourself. Let go of the past. I was talking about acknowledging that truth. to start in the beginning is you have to acknowledge your truth. That's what we have to start off with. Acknowledge that truth. Acknowledge your past. Acknowledge that you may be toxic. And that's okay. It's not okay to be toxic, but it's okay when you understand that's what you are and you're ready to make a change. Because like I said, you can be sick and tired of something all day long, but until you're ready to remove yourself from that cycle, you're not. And you wonder why things in your life are starting to stir up. It's stirring up because you're comfortable in a place you're not supposed to be comfortable at. Remove yourself from the situation. In that last video, I talked about places and things and circumstances of when you need to move and why you need to move. I'm not going to dwell too deep into that, but I want you to understand, if whatever you're in isn't making you a better person, if you're not growing from it, if you feel trapped and stuck, if you feel as though things are starting to weigh down heavy on you, filled with anxiety, remove yourself from the situation. Remove yourself. Now the thing is, if you have a call in your life and you think that pressure and the things of the world aren't going to be placed right before you, you have another thing coming. Prepare yourself, because there are things that are coming, but understand that you are not alone in this walk. Understand that you're not alone. Even when everybody turned their back on you, know that you're not alone. And that's why a lot of people, they feel as though they did something wrong. They feel as though they've hurt people. You gotta understand that hurt has nothing to do with you. So remove yourself from the situation. Say, I am worthy. Close your eyes with me. Talk with me. Talk with me. Say, I am worthy. Say, I am enough. Say, I forgive myself. Say, I am ready for this walk. Say, I will walk in faith and I will walk in faith and not fear. Say, I will walk in faith and not fear. Say, I am hurt, but I'm ready. Say, I'm hurt, but I'm ready to forgive myself. Say, I'm sad, but I'm ready for happiness. Because we got to understand there's truth in the things that we speak. And sometimes it's great to live that I am. It's great to have that lifestyle, and it's great to speak things out on you. But you first have to face your truth and face the things that you feel. Dig within you. What is it that you feel? What has caused you to be the person that you are? Sometimes we are extremely judgmental people, and judgmental people are toxic. And sometimes we're those toxic people and we don't even know it. But we become so critical and judgmental people living a lifestyle that we lived. The people, they don't know that we lived that lifestyle. And we are so judgmental, trying to call ourselves to pull them closer to God. We call ourselves trying to fix these people, but not understanding that story that you suppressed is what they need. Pull it up, pull it up. Stop hiding things. Stop hiding your truth. You're not perfect. Nobody in this world is perfect. Be ready for yourself. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. Say, I am love. I am life. We look at our talents as if they're so minuscule. When we begin to compare ourselves to the rest of the world, we look into resources, not knowing that the resources that God is going to provide us with is way more than what we can ever imagine. Get out of your own head. Let go of that control. Release the control of the path. Release the control of the walk with God. It's like we feel as though we're holding God's hand when God is holding ours. Stop trying to take control. Remove your hands from the situation. Release yourself from those toxic people. Release yourself from the toxic energy. Release yourself from situations that make you be in a lifestyle that you lived in the past. Remove yourself from that. Remove yourself from that. And removing yourself from that means you're going to and you will have to separate yourself from people. You have to. If you're trying to elevate and be a better person, you either bring those people with you. And the thing is, it's their choice whether they want to become better people. But you cannot sit there, be a better person, but still living the same life you've been living before. Because you got comfortable. Stop being comfortable. That's what we need to do. Let's talk about that. Stop being comfortable. Stop being comfortable with the hurt. Stop being comfortable with the abuse. Stop being comfortable with it. Because it's not normal. It's not okay. And I'm here to tell you that. Don't know who this is for, but just know it's not okay. That abuse can be psychological or physical. It's not okay. Remove yourself from the situation. Remove yourself from those situations. Abuse could be whether it's alcohol, drugs. It's not okay. Remove yourself from those things. Remove yourself from those pressures of the world. Remove yourself from it. The world It's going to always be around us, but we got to be able to not move by flesh, but move by spirit and by mind. We can't move by our flesh. Your flesh could want this, but it's not good for you. As people, as I've heard many people say, get that taste out of your tongue. And you have to get that taste out of your tongue for the things that aren't of God. Like I said, nobody's perfect. But strive to be better. Just start to think. It's something I said in probably almost all of my videos. And I'm going to keep saying it until somebody else starts to say it with me. If God is not in it, I don't want it. Because sometimes we think we know. How dare we think we know what's best for us. And we don't even know ourselves yet. Figure out who you are. Walk in your calling. I'm going to end this right here. But I hope you all enjoyed this little video. I made another video. It's deleted, it's gone. And that's okay. This is just enough. Have a blessed day.